And then she continues by saying, like, for real, stop talking to me sideways. Letting it be known that she didn't appreciate his tone and the way that he was kind of checking her. Because in that message, it seemed like he was checking her. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Blueface and Chrisean Rock. Now, Chrisean Rock and Blueface have had this tumultuous relationship that has garnered many views, man. They've gotten a lot of attention to the point to where they got their own TV show. And it pretty much talks about their dealings, their daily dealings, him being a rap artist, you know, and he's in a weird place in his career where he's had some extreme highs. I'm talking about big songs like Tatiana, you know what I'm saying? Some flashback hits with him and DDG. And he's kind of made relevant, but a big part of him being relevant is the things that he's done outside of music. And I'm talking about Blueface specifically, right? The Blue Girls Club, which he hosts online so that you could pay to watch the show. And now this new show that he has with Chrisean Rock, right? Now, these two have been back and forth, and it's gotten ugly in a lot of situations, right? Nothing positive seems to be coming from this, except for the fact that there's a possible monetary gain. Not even possible. They're obviously getting paid. Because we see in 4K quality, them fighting with Chrisean Rock's family, them fighting with Blueface's family. Just a lot of mess, man. It's like if you took the Bad Girls Club and the Housewives shows and all those shows together, man, the Basketball Wives, and except you focus on a rapper and his girlfriend who has that same temperament, right? And it's been interesting to see. I'll say that much, man. It hasn't been positive, but it's been interesting. We'll say that much, right? Well, the two have since supposed to have broken up, right? Which had a lot of people wondering about the future of the show. But with Super Bowl weekend just happening, it looks like Chrisean Rock was trying to cash in on some of her popularity, some of her fame, by going out and mingling with other stars. One star in particular being rap legend Rick Ross. Now, it looks like Blueface was feeling some sort of way about this. So let's talk about this story from the XXL, where the headline, it says this. It says, Blueface blasts Chrisean Rock after she takes photo with Rick Ross. Now, Chrisean Rock is a star in her own right? So her taking a photo with another superstar, or maybe even somebody that she's been wanting to meet for a long time, it should probably be viewed as a positive, right? There shouldn't be any negative viewing of that. But the way that Blueface and Chrisean Rock's relationship is set up, I don't think there's any need for any misinterpretation. You know what I mean? And the fact that they're broken up, you know, with these reality shows, it seems like these couples say that they're broken up all the time. And maybe they just really aren't, man. Maybe that's for ratings. I don't know. Maybe people will see on the next season, right? I don't watch the show, but I do see the clips online. And from what I see, I understand why so many people are engaged with the show and stuck on what they see, because it's a lot of shock and awe. Now, in their personal life, it seems like it's one and the same. Chrisean Rock took to social media to post a tweet that showed an exchange between her and Blueface where he was none too happy about her talking to Rick Ross or even being in the vicinity of the biggest boss, man, no matter what the event was. And pretty much putting it out there that this is why she could never be the one. So let's actually look at this tweet and break it down for what it is, right? Okay, now here you can see the whole tweet that Chrisean Rock put on social media. And in the top, in the caption, she says, I'm at the Super Bowl, running into people, not even trying to trigger you or seem like a weird chick. I'm really that famous, people go out their way for a pic. It's okay for you to invite you Airbnb, mess with some chicks, and just chill and focus on making money. Stop the evil stuff. Stop for real. So basically, let me decode all that because I had to improvise a little bit because of the language she was using, right? Now, she's basically saying that she's putting this out to show y'all that Blueface is coming for her in their own personal messages, DMs, or what looks like possibly text messages between the two of them, where he's basically mad at the fact that she was in a photo with Rick Ross because, you know, it looks like she might be on some groupie type stuff. And he's just trying to check her on that. And she's just letting it be known that she's at the Super Bowl. There's plenty of stars out here, and it's not weird for me to be running into these people, you know? And yes, there might be a situation where they take a picture of me with them or whatnot, but that's all about being famous and a part of being a star. And to be real, if that's what she's saying, she's absolutely right, because that'll only benefit them in the future. When they see pictures of her with Rick Ross and other A-list rappers and stuff like that out there floating around, it'll eventually cause more buzz for the show and eventually put more money in Blueface's pocket. You know what I mean? So it is not really nothing to be upset about. But man, it didn't end there. So everybody's been dissecting the tweets that are in this message. So let's do the same, man. So let's pull up the original tweet from Blueface right here. Now, the original tweet from Blueface, you see the picture of her and you can kind of see a guy's shoulder. Now, I'm to assume that that's Rick Ross, you know what I mean? That's Rick Ross's shoulder. This is the picture that set off the whole situation between them, right? And in the message, immediately under this, you could tell that Blueface was trying to check her for being on some quote-unquote groupie type stuff. And he says this, he said, "Could never be my chick," with a laughing emoji, you know what I mean? Then he goes on to say, "But I get it. You new to this, so for real, that type of stuff excites you. It's really none wrong with it. I'm just a different type of dude with my chicks." So basically, let me decode that. It's basically saying that all this fame stuff and all this stardom is new to her. So it excites her at this time, which he was famous for a little bit while longer than she was. He had a hit song, Tatiana. So he's probably done all the pictures and all that, but you can't spoil it for the next person when they start to experience fame. But he just doesn't like the look of it because she's quote unquote his girl. He doesn't want to make sure she's not out there being a groupie, that she's actually just on business. And he's saying that he moves different like that with his chicks. Now, that might just be a negative way of looking at this if I was talking to Blueface. I'd be like, no, it is what it is, man. Like, she's taking pictures out there with celebs and stuff like that. That's just a part of the celeb culture. I know Blueface, when he was coming up, he did the same thing. And, you know, eventually she'll probably get tired of doing that. But when it's new and people actually know who you are, I'm pretty sure that's exciting. You know what I mean? And Blueface probably knows that, man, because he seems like a reasonable, knowledgeable guy, right? Now, he ends by saying this. He said, "That's why I told you long time ago you really don't want that spot. So letting it be known that if you wanted to be with him, it's a competition." And he feels like she really doesn't want that spot, or she wouldn't be doing things like this, going up to other rappers. Because there's also that embarrassment factor, because people will use things like that against each other in hip hop. We've seen it in the past at the highest levels. I mean, as far back as Biggie and Tupac. Like, here, I got a picture with your wife, Faith. You know what I mean? Tupac with Biggie's wife. Not saying anything went on between them. I'm just using that as an example of sometimes people are petty like that, and maybe that's part of the reason why Blueface is tripping as well. So it can't be all bad. Maybe he's trying to look out for the benefit of both of them. Now, with them supposedly being broken up, you wouldn't think they care, but you never know. They might be broken up just for TV, but we'll see. Now, it doesn't end there. Now, Chrisean Rock, she snapped back. She said this. She said, "What, he literally got a pic walking past. I don't know why everyone trying to get a pic with me. I'm not in his face. He literally caught me off guard while I'm waiting on my car with Zeus in them." Now, Zeus is the network that they have a deal with, I believe, for their TV show. So if you could see big stars and the network is there, seems like more on the business tip. Networking, functioning, getting things done. And Rick Ross probably was like, "Hey, I know you," and wanted to take a pic. You know what I mean? Might just be that simple interaction. She continues by saying, "You being weird, bro. Shut up." You know what I mean? And then she continues by saying, "Like, for real, stop talking to me sideways." Letting it be known that she didn't appreciate his tone and the way that he was kind of checking her. Because in that message, it seemed like he was checking her. You know what I mean? She also said, "You invited blank that jumped me to your birthday and took pictures and let them shake they on you." So basically saying that you invited some chicks that jumped me to your birthday party and took pictures with them and let them shake on you. You know what I mean? Twerk on them or whatever, right? Then she said, "I'm not sure what you keep trying to act like." So basically saying that they're in an in-between place. Like, she doesn't know if she should be loyal and him not, or what's going on in the situation, and it's very hard to figure out. And I think that's a big part of the appeal on the show, is the fact that this relationship is so very hard for people to figure out, right? Like, people have been trying to figure out what's going on with these two since the start of this relationship. You know what I mean? Because it was an odd mix. Because she originally started off as one of the contestants on his show, then moved on her way to girlfriend. Well, first she moved on her way to somebody he was kind of talking to till she got arrested for allegedly trying to take one of the vehicles from his house, and then went out of state to like Oklahoma or something like that. Got taken down and arrested, came back. They're on TV together. They're in a full-blown relationship, fighting each sides of their family, both equally, right? And now it's just blowing up that they separated or not in a relationship anymore. And it's even fuzzier, man. So, I mean, this is a train wreck that everybody is watching, and it is highly entertaining. I'm not going to lie. But what do y'all think about this? Do you think that Blueface is trying to protect Chrisean Rock from any potential scrutiny in the future? Or do you think an innocent interaction with a star like Rick Ross can only be valuable and help you in the future potentially, right? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. And with that, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.